Hello, my name is Matthew Soley. I'm the producer on Disney Infinity. So what you're seeing right now is Monsters University. So our buddy here who's playing is actually in one of the customization sections of the game. And why you're not seeing any customizations on the screen is actually the DRC, the actual Nintendo gamepad, is what's controlling all those selections. So as you see now on the screen, he selected a smaller body, different, Uzma, the fraternity that Mikey is in the film, and put that inside of the character. Now, if he hits the, I believe, the B button, if I remember correctly, as you can see, the little guy pops out. So that little brown guy is the one he just created or customized. So another more important thing, so we're a little bit into the demo at this point. We've actually done about 2 or 3 missions. If we hit that's the start button, but if you hit the minus button, it'll actually take you to the mission log and toy store. So the mission log in every playset allows you to easily track every single mission that you have. Currently we're assigned that clothes make the monster, but we can actually change it to just find active mission givers or take a bike. It's whatever the player wants to do. So what the player has to do now, he'll notice that there's a green arrow over that small little monster to the right. Now, I'm not sure if we've unlocked enough customizations. You actually find these throughout progression inside that playset. So now when he throws that object into the actual customization booth, he'll actually be able to customize the overall look of that monster. That's where we sort of started off. Oops. So use one of the backpack items. That's one of the various items that you will actually unlock while you progress. And sort of as you guys have been hearing about Disney Infinity, as you complete and get these items, you'll actually be able to use them in Toy Box. So what happened here is the mission didn't complete because you have to actually change the hat on the character. Right now he has a Fear Tech hat, and you want to change it to a Monsters University hat. Yeah, you need to change the hat. So what you need to do, fast way to go through, is you can go by finger or you can just click and cycle through. And then the right trigger actually will go through different categories. Okay. And like I said, I'm not sure if we've unlocked that new hat yet.
Might be the no accessories?
Yeah, perfect. That'll actually work. There you go. And now you can see Mike Wazowski is incredibly happy about it because he's actually completed the mission. Now, what the player can do is continue to move around the environment, find new mission givers to do new quests, or can just start exploring and collecting those red capsules you may see as we're running around this demo. They'll give them customizations for both the fraternities that you will eventually unlock in Fraternity Row, or various customizations for those characters. So the one you're seeing up ahead, that's actually a red capsule that will unlock one of those customizations. So overall, the story for Monsters University is a very, very exciting one. This is not a book report of the actual film. It's actually a whole new take on the film. So early on in the film, they introduced this idea that there's another another school called Fear Tech, which is very close to Monsters University. And during this time inside the game, this is what's known as Scare Week, very similar to what we call Spirit Week in the human world. Basically what Scare Week is they need to prove how much spirit that particular school has, so they come over to rival schools, they'll TP it and, dye the lawn or hang up signs say MU drools and Fear Tech rules, stuff like that. So what you're going to do is, in a very Revenge of the Nerds meets Animal House way, you're actually going to keep going back and forth between Fear Tech and your campus, customizing stuff to put pranks up and to scare the rival campus, or to just, come back and defend your own during the daylight hours.
Just how much voice, like from the movies or from the actors, do you have for these different playsets?
So how that works is we actually we use what's called Disney Voice, and if we don't have the official voice, we actually have the official sound alike, because they actually cast those just in case, because like actors who are super busy, like Johnny Depp, stuff like that, they need an alternative to, instead of having them do it. We haven't announced all the voice casting yet, but I will say it's really, really exciting, and you're definitely going to dig it. So this mission is about, you're supposed to go into the paintball arena, but you have to actually do some other tutorial missions before you can go into the paintball arena. So go ahead and head back to the main campus, and you're going to look for Squishy. If you remember from the clip of the film we just saw, he's the guy with the multiple eyes, and he looks almost transparent. And he should be right ahead. So we're going to go ahead and continue some of the missions there, because we have to finish cleaning up Monsters University's campus. Plus, you need to learn how to actually scare. So now what's being introduced is there's actually it's a combination of scaring and actually a stealth mechanic inside the game. So you have to literally sneak up on opponents to scare them. Sure, you can just scare them, but sneaking up on them is highly more effective. So you have to be careful, because they have, if you want to sneak, you're going to have to equip sneaking, because right now that guy has already sensed you. So perfect. You have both those equipped. Oh, there we go. As you can see, I was using the tablet to actually select that ability. So there's shoulder charge and roar. And if you hold down the left trigger here, you see how he's in a sort of a stealth state? So yeah, that's what you're going to have to do. You're going to have to lose his sort of attention right now, because he's focused on you, and then sneak up behind him and then scare him while you're doing that little creeping action. You're doing good. So what you're going to have to do is you're going to come around the corner here, and you're going to jump over the railing and go right into the scare mode. And you're going to slowly sneak up behind him and scare this robot. So go ahead and jump over. Good. Don't sweat. Now go ahead and give him a scare. The right trigger. Ta-da! See? Just like a pro. Very, very, very easy. So you're going to do this a couple more times. So it's worth noting that there's a bunch of fun areas inside of Monsters University while my pal here goes through and tries to sneak up on these various characters. So not only is this the main campus for Monsters University, you'll actually be going over to the Fear Tech campus, which you never got to see in the film, which is sort of exciting. We also have Fraternity Row, which plays a big, big part in the film. And then also there's the Underground. The Underground is really exciting because that's actually what connects Fear Tech and Monsters University. Now, that's how they actually get back and forth at night, so they can go pull pranks on each other. Very nice. So, like I've already mentioned, there's customization in Fraternity Row, but when you actually go into the sewer system, it's actually amazing, because while in the sewer systems, that's where you're going to be able to engage in paintball fights, bike racing, and general infiltration of the Fear Tech campus. And as sort of it was noted in the presentation, but I'll just throw this on so you guys remember, is when we were talking about, when they were up on stage and they were talking about, the big thing with Disney Infinity is this was a unprecedented collaboration with all the various filmmakers we've used their IP for in this game. So with Monsters University, we worked very, very closely with Pixar. And like I had mentioned, we've expanded on the overall fiction of the game. So they were heavily involved the whole time. They actually, helped us create the story, and they were very, very excited that we were able to sort of expand on the overall idea of what Monsters University was. Because, they only have 2 hours to tell a movie tale, so it's of course they want to show the entire Monsters world. I mean, when we saw Monsters, Inc., that was a big question, so it's how do you become a scarer? So now we got a movie and we got a fun game to show off some of that stuff. So right now we've completed the mission, so let's go ahead and head back to the main, if you take a left right here, and head back up there. Head back to the quad. We're going to talk to Squishy again, and I believe in this mission, there's been a student who's been kidnapped by Fear Tech, and we have to go save him. There's Squishy. So, yep, this is the mission where not only are you going to learn that scaring, although a very, very powerful tool to take down Fear Tech, it actually, inside this playset, it can manipulate the actual environment. So what the player is going to have to do is actually walk around the side of this building, because the character's up on the roof, so you have to actually figure out how to get up on top. So when he runs around, he goes past the board over here, he's going to see a little eye stalk in the ground. And what he's going to do is he's going to scare it. So, as you just saw, using scaring, he actually created a platform in the environment. So now he's going to go ahead and jump on that drain pipe, and he'll climb up to the top, and he's going to be able to shoulder charge our friend up here and get him out of all this toilet paper. is the Y button. Oh, excuse me, X button. Sorry. Wrong controller. There you go. Oh, try scaring it. That was the magic touch. So, I mean, that's a really good taste of Monsters University inside Disney Infinity. Do you guys have any questions? Anything you guys want to know that I may not have covered at this point?
I know the game has a lot of classic Disney elements as well from some of the older films.
Mm-hmm.
I saw that are there some hidden Mickeys and things in the game at all?
Yes, there are. In a lot of the play sets, they have been putting in those nice little hidden Mickeys, plus another ton of little Easter eggs everywhere inside. Not only just this play set, but multiple play sets. The Pirates play set, for example, was done by a studio called Gobo Games, and they worked with us in creating that. And they love hiding Mickeys everywhere in that Pirates world. So yeah, definitely keep your eyes up because it's just really cool when you start finding that stuff. And you know, we're all huge Disney fans, so of course we wanted to throw in hidden Mickeys. It's like a quintessential part of the parks.
I know during the presentation, one of the big things they talked about was the online play, how you can have 4 people at once.
Yep.
Will the Wii U version be supporting that?
Yes, Wii U will also have all the multiplayer stuff that the 360 and the PS3 have. So that's really, really exciting. He's found the toy store. So we unlocked everything in this build, so you know we could show everything because it's actually more of a slower build-up. So what's really important about Archie the Scarab Pig, one of my favorite mounts. So inside every playset, you are actually able to unlock various toys. So we have to do it through like a toy kiosk. So in every playset, every toy kiosk is represented by their playset piece. This particular one was the one that comes in the starter pack, which is that nice little crystal object that you guys have been seeing. That playset piece is what unlocks the playsets. So, for instance, if he had unlocked something or purchased something inside that kiosk, it would have been unlocked in Toy Box. Then, say for instance, you know, Archie the Scarab Pig, you have him in Toy Box, you can have Jack Sparrow ride him. Or you can have Sully, or you can have Mr. Incredible. You can have races against Dash if you want. So another cool thing here, you hold the mic, let me show you this. It's a little bit more complicated, it's really cool though.
Sure.
So what I was mentioning was that there's a whole like prank system inside this game. So where was that guy? All right, I'm gonna head back to the main campus and do that. Come on, Archie, hurry up. So what I'm gonna do is actually, I mentioned like this customization and you set up traps. So I'm actually gonna set up one of the example of the traps that you saw in the trailer where it was like a boxing glove or it was like a paint thing. And that's like a major thing you do when you get over to the Fear Tech campus because of course, you know, you wanna mess them up during Fear Week. So you see as I get close, it goes to decorate. And once again, on the pad down here, you can see all these objects. So as I go through, you can see it's like, oh, boring, boring, boring. Wait a minute, what's this? It's a giant fly swatter. What does this do? Well, as you can see, I can manipulate it where it points in a certain direction with an arrow. So I'll just point it that way. I've locked it down. So now if an unsuspecting student comes by, there we go. Let me pick this guy up. Sorry, buddy. So that's like one of those pranks. You can actually start chaining these pranks together. You can actually have these pranks go, so it's like you can pretty much get the whole campus bouncing back and forth between two objects. It's utterly hysterical and a lot of fun. And as you progress, you unlock other ones. Oh, as you see, I fell victim to my own trap. But yeah, you can unlock other ones. So not only do we have this like cool fly swatter one, it's my personal favorite. There's this manhole cover one. There's a giant frying pan. That's the other frying pan. Let's see if I can find... here we go. This is the one from the trailer you guys just saw. Okay. So now... And then you can hose down the students and stuff. And of course, like when they do it at Fear Tech, does it to Monsters University, it sprays their school colors. Vice versa, while you do it on their campus, it sprays MU's colors. So that's Monsters University pretty much in a nutshell.
Just one more question. I saw that you had some sort of spring-loaded trap in there.
Yeah.
Can you use that to actually solve puzzles? Like, is that what you use to get those secrets hanging in the air, or?
I love you. You're the first person since we've announced it that's figured that out. We've had to normally mention it. So actually, yeah. So you can use these traps to get to higher places in the level that you normally couldn't get to. Very astute. I'm actually really impressed. But yeah, that's like what's one of the fun things. So you'll be able to get up on top of various roofs of buildings. Plus, as you progress, you find out that you can actually use certain types of scares on the buildings, and it'll actually change how they shape and create little platforming sections. So yeah, there's a ton of stuff here.
That's really awesome. Would you mind just answering a few things or mentioning about the Wii U version? Sure. Will there... One big thing that people love is playing the game right on the Wii U gamepad. Do you know, will the whole game be able to be played like right there?
So yeah, you'll be able to play the core game on the actual pad. It's actually called walk away and play, I believe is the technical term for it. Like what items I want equipped on my character. It's a little bit quicker than just going through a menu system, because you can do it on the fly. So that's sort of helpful. I'm glad you guys are super excited about it. It's been crazy. We've been working on this thing for almost 3 years, and by the time it comes out, it's like almost 3 years to the day. They started working on this like right after Toy Story 3, so it's been completely nuts. So, oh, here we go. Scare a little toilet paper away for you guys. All right. And then, of course, they become platforms. This is sort of helpful. Let's see if I can do this. I totally botched it when I was trying to train people to do it earlier this week. Oh, and without fail, I botched it again. But yeah, there's tons of stuff like that in the game, so you just want to constantly experiment. And like I said, it's really powerful with that whole roaring mechanic and scare mechanic. You just want to keep messing with it and see that unique stuff happen. Any other fun questions?
One last one, just for multiplayer, is there going to be anything where like someone could be playing on the Wii U gamepad and then someone could be playing on the TV at all?
No, we're not going to be supporting that. What it's going to be is split screen, depending on the playset. So like cars, it's a horizontal, because you know it's driving, that makes sense. Inside like these ones that have biped type characters, it's a vertical. So yeah, that's actually how it's going to work. But you never know. So that's all I know about the Wii U so far. So.
Awesome. Thank you very much for talking with us.